The Shōwa Research Association. The Shōwa Research Association was a political think tank in the pre-war empire of Japan. Many members had been regarded as Marxists and Leftists. The founder was a political companion of Fumimaro Konoe, who hoped that the study group would generate innovative ideas or political reform. Their goal would have been Communism Asia. They made Japan fight against KMT China and then against USA, instead of the Soviet Union. The Shōwa Kenkyūkai was established in October 1930 as an informal organization led by Ryūnosuke Gotō, with the original intent of reviewing and assessing issues with the Meiji Constitution and the current political process. Goto, the founder, was a close friend and political companion of Fumimaro Konoe. Membership in the Shōwa Kenkyūkai was intentionally very diverse to avoid a systematic bias. It included noted scholars, journalists, bankers, socialists, militarists, businessmen and leaders of youth organizations. Established specifically as an organization of intellectuals, the Shōwa Kenkyūkai excluded bureaucrats and politicians from the outset. Many of the members had been regarded as Marxists and Leftists. By the time the group was dissolved in 1940, it had involved, at its height, some 300 intellectuals every year in its work. Kinkazu Saionji, 1906–1993, a politician, died Tokyo, aged 86. Kinkazu Saionji served as an advisor to the late Japanese Prime Minister Fumimaro Konoe from 1937 to 1941. Became known in diplomatic circles as a private ambassador, following his move in the late 50s to Communism China, where he was active in promoting Red relations between the two countries. Joined the Japan Communist Party in 1958 but was later ousted over ideological disputes between the Japanese and Chinese Communist parties. Executive Director of the Japan-China Cultural Exchange Association from its inception in 1956. Prince Kinmochi Saionji. His father, 1849–1940, was a Japanese politician, statesman and twice Prime Minister of Japan. Kinmochi's title does not signify the son of an emperor, but the highest rank of Japanese hereditary nobility. Kinmochi Saionji was elevated from Marquis to Prince in 1920. As the last surviving Genro, Saionji Kinmochi was Japan's most honored statesman of the 1920s and 1930s.
The Frankfurt School formally opened its doors on June 22, 1924, but it had already held its first seminar on theory in the spring of 1923. There, almost 24 Marxist scholars gathered for what Weil, the sponsor, called a Marxist study week. One of the participants was Richard Sorge, later a famous Soviet spy.
226事件の時にドイツ大使館の中にお入りになりましたね。入りましたね。これは何の目的ですか。
向こうがね、226事件の実情を知りたいと、何か来て話してくれんかと。まさかそういう事件中だから、ドイツ外国人が入るわけいかないもんだから、私が一通真相といいますかね、知っとる範囲において説明に行ったという。私あの時はむしろね、日本で死刑になりました。ドイツ人の、何しますか。ゾルゲが夫の秘書しとったんです。私はしょっちゅう裏門から誘ってすぐ大使館永田町ですからね、話行って、ゾルゲがそういう人間とは知らないもんだから、 夫と二人でドイツ語でやっとったわけです。そんなのその時はみんな聞いとるわけです。
Osaki. Mr. Osaki, allow me to introduce Dr. Richard Zorge of the Frankfurter Zeitung.
Otsumi Ozaki, the Asahi newspaper. Otsumi Ozaki, the Asahi newspaper.
Richard Zorge. Glad to meet you.
Mr. Osaki has better insight into the conflict with China than Konoe.
それを知りたくてしょうがないんだから。僕は尾崎には何でも話しちゃったですよ。
何でも。
ええ。尾崎とはそういう関係だったから。尾崎に対して秘密はなかったですよね。
It was decided at the Imperial Conference, negotiations with the United States will continue until the end of October.
Really?
Winter is near. Remember what happened to Napoleon.
Japan won't invade Siberia.
Otsumi Ozaki, the Asahi newspaper. Otsumi Ozaki, the Asahi newspaper.